Hi, Dav here, and today we have a new episode in the art review series, and today we'll be checking out the work of Montechaka. So I found this artist via Instagram, and I do think they have two accounts. Like one is like a safe second account. But they kind of remind me of another artist we reviewed. I believe I'm forgetting the name right now, but maybe I can find it after this recording. I believe they're from Africa as well, because I know they did this like fan art of. Let me just go back here of a guy from this show. Shit, I'm forgetting the name of the show. It's the guy who wears blue. Where he gets beat in like the first season by his dad. Oh my god. Yeah, so the other guy I'm trying to mention, he did this fan art of a guy who's from the same planet as this guy with white hair. He has like white hair. And he has like a scar on his like one of his eyes. And he's the guy who goes, "I'm so lonely." For those of you who've seen who regularly watch the art reviews, hopefully you can remind me of that specific artist. Because they do this thing where the drawing itself, right? The shapes are very animated. Very sorry, I bit my tongue. Jesus fuck. The shapes are very animated, right? But they often like paint their drawings, and it leads to stuff like this. I mean, even for these sketches, look at how you can still see the drawings, right? But they do spend some time like rendering it, and it does create a very unique look. Because oftentimes paintings can be, to be honest, kind of boring. Like the more you render something, the more tight sometimes it can feel. So you kind of lose that sense of movement, or it becomes less dynamic. But there is a kind of art where they make sure that the drawing stage is very like exaggerated, and then they paint. So the moment they do paint, or after they do paint, the exaggeration from the original drawing compensates, or it doesn't make it look tight in the end despite the rendering. I'm not sure where this guy's from. Yeah, basically very like lots of foreshortening, lots of dynamic shots, and combining that with some very unique rendering skills or painting skills. Look at that, fingers very long. Kind of reminds me of another artist named Max Grecke or Grecke, something like that, where they exaggerate the shapes a lot and then they render it highly. Look at this, look at the muscles. And if you see the line art, it's almost not there. Number one, it's because it's kind of thin, but also they kind of match the colors of the lines to the color of whatever is behind it. In this case, it's going to be skin. So it just naturally kind of blends in. Not sure who these are, because, oh, a portrait study. Oh, very like deep, dark lashes. Very Egyptian-esque, like ancient Egypt kind of style. So this is like Miles Morales, right? He looks a bit older here. And this is forgot his name, the big guy. He's so buff, by the way. I've been seeing fan art of this guy and Gwen. Well, Miles Morales and Gwen, but mainly this guy with Gwen, like this chick, dude. Oh my! Look at those biceps. You know how when it comes to arm development, naturally our shoulders and our triceps are just like by default bigger, and it leads to that big size. But I know some guys who do. I mean, yeah, they work out, but you can tell they have like a genetic predisposition to having like very receptive biceps, and they're just so like they're bigger than the triceps and shoulders often. Like, insane. Zaddy. Oh, I think it's also the guy from Spider-Verse. Oh, another guy. Oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. He does a lot of like Spider-Man art as well, like fan art. Oh, Kaiseril or something. And he also has this animated look to his work. No, he doesn't paint his work as often, but kind of does it like this, where you have like flats, you have the color patterns, and then you have like some highlights and shadows. So it's like typical cell shading, but it looks really good. Oh, it's the portal teleportation kind of guy. Hello, Batman. Oh, I think this is based off of a cover for like a recent comic with, what's his name again? It's a different version of Batman where he's very spiky, like very large guy. Amazing Batman. It's not that. It's something about how I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, this guy. Like, what is Joker? Is he like he's like a human being, but is like demonic now? I don't mind the typical Joker where he has like a suit, or he has that clownish vibe. But I do like stuff like this where you like just push it a bit more to an extreme. And I like how there's the living detail in the shadows, because oftentimes when something is in shadow, let's say for comics, it's oftentimes just black and you kind of lose the details. But again, sorry, for this style, Um, it's not exactly a comic style. It's more like it's painted, but it's also graphic, animated. So you get to see some of that dynamic composition when it comes to the posing of this. If you just look at the silhouette of this Joker guy, it looks like it takes up space, but also it's painted, you know, and you're allowing the details for say the abs, the muscles to show through. Compared to say this one where a good chunk of it is going to be in shadow, and in comics that basically means in black, which is not a bad thing, but it's just a different look, and you can often hide details by just filling stuff in black. Oh, it's the guy from Jujutsu Kaisen. He has like a mouth in his belly. I'm not sure if this is like legit, maybe in the manga, because I don't read the manga or anything really. Sorry. Wow, it's kind of large. It reminds me of forearms a little bit. That is so cool. Interesting. The sketches have a bit of a texture, like the line sketch, some texture, some opacity as well. But notice how everything is basically flat, right? They do make the arms in the back a bit lighter to kind of push it back. Interesting. But even sketches like this, even if it's not like so shaded, to me, if it can stand in this level, in this stage, anything you do after is just gonna be, I mean, yeah, it's gonna make it better, but you're gonna feel confident in rendering this thing only because you already have something that you can work with, you know, pose wise, composition wise. I forgot this guy's name. It's also from the Jujutsu Kaisen show. Very buff. Look at how like the arm is like almost the size of his torso. Insane. Nice calves, right? You know, I do like this look, this sort of a stereotype trope, or maybe there's a better word, where you don't have eyes. It's basically just the mouth. It reminds me of creatures like the xenomorph in the Alien kind of series, or maybe the mutt from Ben 10, right? Like that kind of look where you don't have eyes. And it's just him. Or that creature from Hellboy, the one where he had to ask this, well, not Hellboy himself, but in the movie, I think his girlfriend had to ask this demon guy without the eyes to kind of save Hellboy's life. It looks cool. Oh yeah, even the creature friend, or the best friend of this guy, also from Jujutsu Kaisen. Dude, best friend, girlfriend, a bit of both. I think they did kiss in the show, right, or in the movie. Oh, monster mommy. It's Gojo from, again, Jujutsu Kaisen. What's happening with his arm? Interesting. Oh, it's forearms from the Benton show. I think there's a new version out. I'm not watching it only because it's kind of a different generation. So even when it comes to like the teen version of Ben 10, it didn't really appeal to me as much. Like Ben was still kind of goofy, but you can tell he was being a little more mature or more composed. So the goofier side of Ben 10 kind of, I don't know, it just felt different. And his like cousin Gwen, I don't know, I just don't, I don't ship her with Kevin. It's just, I just don't think. I know it sounds weird, but I'd rather just have Ben and Gwen. I know they're related, but I don't know. I just like the dynamic where they're constantly like fighting, compared to say this whole like drama thing with like Kevin. Although if Kevin on his own, I don't mind the show with just Kevin. It's kind of funny, but that trio dynamic, it's not working. Anyway, Bobo. Oh wow, very big upper body. The legs are still there, but oh wow, kind of a bulge. That bulge makes me go Bobo. It means stupid, and yeah. Oh my god, what happened to Mr. Incredible? Maybe he got infected with some kind of mutant something. I do like this kind of exploration where you're just making shit up. But the thing is, it's easier to make stuff up and make things a lot crazy if you already have a good sense of the fundamentals. For example, once you know how the arm typically looks, you can simply exaggerate it to kind of make it more interesting, right? And notice how it looks full, even though you don't have stuff like value variety. It's just like flats and then shadows. Maybe some value difference here and there, but it's very minimal. It's interesting. Like even if you took away the colors, the drawing itself would be interesting already. This kind of style, when you have this kind of loose sketch line thing going on with the flats, reminds me of another artist named Madao, Madao. Like you can get a lot of ideas out there very quickly, you know, without having to do a paint over. Oh, it's humongous, or this version, or this new alien from the Benton, the teen version anyway. I do enjoy it, you know. It's one of the stronger ones, kind of like forearms. zaddy. Look at that. It's just massive. Oh my god, look at those lats. Like you can fly with those things. Those abs are huge too. I'm thinking of making some fan art. Oh. Whoa. Easy, friend. Could be like an original concept. Oh wait, what happened to its other wing? Oh, that's so cool. It's like a fallen angel where it only has like one wing left. Could be. But it chose to be this guy's friend. That would be so cool. Who this? Oh, it's Batman. In a chibi style where the head is like super big. Oh my god. Right. Leaving those lines in. The opacity helps it blend and also changing the color a little bit. Or you know what? I don't even think it's colored. Maybe a little bit, but I think the opacity is doing most of the work, meaning it's transparent. So it just doesn't take a lot of space. Oh, right? Even a grayscale version, right? Just a flat base color or base gray. It already looks good, but obviously when you do this, it just levels it up even more. I haven't seen this guy. I'm not sure. I think it's also a Ben 10 character. This guy I have seen. In kind of was it a movie? Where Ben 10 finally fights Vilgax. And they had like another alien friend that was like squishy. It was kind of pink. Yeah, super cool. Basically, he's like a super titan giant guy. Way big. Get it? Because he's way big. Forearms, definitely. Although, out of all the Ben 10 characters, I think Mutt was somehow, like, it made an imprint on me. No eyes, it could only like smell or hear. And it kind of behaves like a dog. Hello. Oh, hold on. I see some tentacles. They have like wings, but they have like tentacles too. Interesting. Oh, I think it would be nice to draw tentacles. Like they seem fun to like render. I'm smiling, by the way. If you know, you know. Nice clouds. Oh my. Don't worry, I'll save you. Damn, it's like his belly's out. Interesting. But the anatomy, look at how it's just, is it perfect? No, but it just looks correct. It looks good. Yellow. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black. Sorry. She's cute. They say the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe. Am I wrong? I mean, it kind of visually makes it seem like it's that way, but yeah. But the thing is, if it's so big, like how would you like move your head around, right? Because the earrings would like hit your like neck and traps, right? So I think I think this is kind of good where it just stops like maximum. It stops where the chin is. I think that's a good like maximum size. Anything beyond it, just maybe it's a bit too much. Oh, I like how the lips, well, not just lips, but the face is rendered. Look at how they're suggesting wrinkles, but they're not using lines. It's just value difference, shapes. Lord Zane, he's cute. And when it comes to adding like the blush or reddish parts, the ear, the lips, obviously the nose, and maybe in the upper cheeks, that's often where the reddish parts or pinkish parts come in. Oh, this is like the sketch to this one. I think I tried drawing or rendering dreadlocks in the past, but I want to do more like afros too, or hair in general, because a lot of my whenever I do like imaginative figures, they tend to have they don't even have like a face, it's just like a ball, and they also don't have hair. So if I need to level up, I need to practice more. John Kaizen, it's like the American version. John Kaizen. What is interesting? It reminds me of another artist named Ramon Nunez, right? When it comes to that animated look, dynamic shot. And a lot of Ramon Nunez work, they like leaving in the line sketches too. Like they make it a part of the style. So I do like that. Ben 10 Spirits, it's a combination of Ben 10 and some like mystic, yeah. Oh, it's the ghost guy. I do enjoy this character too. Like Japanese, I would say. A little bit. Look at that. Who is? Rock? Okay, it's a rock. 40k. I'm guessing subscriber count. Again, for these images, I got them from 2 of their accounts. Not all, but just some. Nice for shortening of the hand. They're very large. Very long too. And you want to study how they break down, let's say, the palm of the hand. Like, to me, it just looks very convincing, right? The suggestion of folds, where the padding kind of is, right? Key-free from it's a new anime. I've only seen like 2 or 3 episodes. I believe this is supposed to be the berserk. Oh, look at those. Oh my god. Look at the freaking bicep. Oh my god. Massive, dude. I've also seen some fan art of this guy and the guy with white hair. I know he's like a controversial character, the more prince-like guy, but he kind of looks like a chick, so him being paired up with what's this guy's name? Fuck. Oh, it's the Mutt. Wild Mutt. The original one. I mean, look at that. It's so cool. And what's so fascinating is in the show, Ben could not control which alien he would transform to. So that's kind of what makes the show interesting, because he has to find a way to make use of the current transformation he's in. And he also has like a time limit. So I think that's pretty cool. Dude, I love the concept. I think if you want to save time when it comes to, I think Fang Zhu mentioned this as like a concept artist, design, or whatever. If you're trying to come up with your own like designs, you don't have to fully be original. You can simply combine two different concepts. For example, you have this show, Ben 10, about aliens, but you can also add the element of like some Eastern kind of look, ancient Eastern. Because to me, these wrist things, they look like jade bracelets, right? And maybe they have like mystical powers. And maybe that's what the watch is kind of doing. They're combining the alien plus the mystic kind of side. I don't know. So I think that's pretty cool. I love how it's painted too. There's still some line art, but it's so minimal. The painting does take over for these ones. And I like how they're suggesting fur a little bit. I like that. Oh, accelerate. Such a fun kind of name. Accelerate, because he accelerates, right? Like he goes fast. Oh, the golden rings for the feet. Pretty cool. Instead of say a ball, what is he doing? He has some kind of power. So the original sketch, and then I think the lighting is good here. It just looks epic. Kind of reminds me of that show Arcane a little bit. Oh, it's Frozen, I think, from The Incredibles. The kids aren't safe. Where is my super suit? Is that how he said it? I was trying to think of the line where he's trying to find his actual like super suit, but his wife I think washed it or something, or it's still in the laundry somewhere. I'm not sure. I think Samuel L. Jackson voiced him. Oh, so we're cycling through. Okay, so that's it for this art review of Montechaka. If you're into the animated look, plus you want or you're interested in like rendering them, I think this artist would be a good artist to study. And not just that, the anatomy, especially the buff bodies, it's so hot. Oh. Anyway, I'm gonna link both. I think they have two links. I'm gonna link their links in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you in the. Let's end with the Joker. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.